creative stampers, and welcome back to my Thursday morning Facebook Live. Today I have a really great card for you. Now, I have done this card before and it's actually my most popular YouTube video. It's on using scrap paper, using up your scrap paper. So today's card sketch, though, I was like, oh, that looks just like the card I made with the scrap paper. So I thought I'd do it again. And I'll leave the link to my blog and all the shops, the card sketchbook, all of that is in the descriptions. Okay, before we get started though, who am I? My name is Kristina Reese, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come live every Thursday morning. I'm working through a card sketchbook that I created. The reason why I use a card sketchbook instead of Pinterest is because Pinterest is too overwhelming. If you have a set number of sketches that you like, just keep using them over and over, because sketches are not to be made just like the sketch. They're just an idea to get you started. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the book and showing you how I create a card from the sketch. Sometimes it kind of looks like the sketch. Sometimes it doesn't look anything like the sketch, but it started off looking like the sketch. Anyways, so having a card sketchbook on your desk when you're working makes card making a little easier. Okay, card sketch, let's get started. All right, today's card sketch is number, whoops, hold on. I want to put that catalog there. Okay, card sketch 17, and let me show it to you. So you can see it has a diagonal stripe right there. Now last fall, I stamped, let me get in here really close, there you go. I stamped like in the background, on the background paper, and then I put a diagonal stripe across the stamped image and put the sentiment on the stripe. Today, what I'm going to do, instead of the center diagonal stripe being separate, it's actually going to be the part of the card base. And then we're going to put diagonal strips of paper on either side. I know that sounds kind of confusing. But anyways, the way we do it, and I'm going to tilt my camera down here so you can watch me do this. First of all, I totally forgot I was going to do this. How much scrap paper do you have? This is the Tropical Chic, Tropical Escape Designer Series paper. It is so cute. It's all pinks and greens. I love it. I used a lot of it this year, but I didn't use all of it, so I need to use up a lot of these scraps. So that's what we're doing. We're using this Tropical Chic. The stamp set that goes with Tropical Chic is retiring. So if you like this designer series paper and the stamp set and thinlits that go with it, get that now. This is all retiring June 4th, so don't want you to miss out on that. Also, I am using, this is retiring also, and this has an, whoops, there we go. This has a great happy birthday stamp. It's a perfect size, goes straight across instead of happy and then birthday underneath it, making a little piece. It's long and thin, so it's great for this card. All right, now let's get started. Okay. Hey, Kim, I just saw you. Welcome. All right, here we go. Down we go. And pull in a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, and card sketch number 17 right there. And first things first is we need to stamp our sentiment. Now, this card, white cardstock here, is 3 3/4 by 5. All of the dimensions are on my blog, so be sure to check it out over there. And what I do is I'm going to come through here and I am going to just lay my ruler diagonal wherever I want my sentiment to be. So I am going to, right there, and very lightly, hardly anything at all, so I can erase it, I put a line there for my stamp. Now, and get my Stamparatus out. When I stamp sentiments, I love using my Stamparatus because if I miss the, if it doesn't give me a clean stamp the first time, I can restamp it without worrying about it not restamping in the exact same spot. So, so I see my pencil line right there, and I'm just taking my happy birthday, and I'm just lining that up. All right. Okay, I am using the colors Granny Apple Green and Blushing Bride because those are the colors that go with this designer series paper. So this is the Granny Apple Green ink. Perfect. See? Love it. Use my stamp cleaner. And also this stamp cleaner, it's a Stampin' Chamois. It's just a wet sponge, but it's like a magical sponge. You just tap on it like that. It picks up the ink, cleans off the stamp, and then like it doesn't like come off on your fingers. Like I said, it's a magic sponge. We call it the Stampin' Chamois, and we do sell it in our catalog. Okay, so I've got that taken care of. Let me move this out of my way. All right, the next part is we just take our strips of paper. Now, you want strips of paper that are anywhere from like 1/4 inch. Hey, Colleen, how girl? And Sue, yes, I do. Sue, if you will hit the link to the card sketches, it will take you to a page that has a PayPal button. So, and it's just $4.95. And let's see, do I have any other? Okay, let's continue here. All right, so I have all these strips. And like I said, this is from the Tropical Escape paper pack. And I love our paper. Our paper is front and back. So you could do, oh my gosh, 100 million different designs with the same paper pack. And what I'd like to do is I'm going to put the pinks right next to the green sentiment, like so. And then after that, I'm just going to continue laying the strips down and taping them down. Then I will go back and trim them. So let me get my tape runner. And I just want to just slightly cover up that pencil mark. There we go. Then I didn't have to erase it. And then come back with the pink, with the other pink. And this is, like I said, Blushing Bride and Granny Apple Green. Aren't they beautiful together? So pretty. Okay. And then, and then I took this Granny Apple Green. I'm going to put these down at the bottom. I'm going to put some thicker ones in here. Ooh, it looks like my top is just going to have enough. There we go. Let's see, I'll have this one. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Looks like I might need a little extra. Actually, let me look in my scraps and see if I've got a thicker one of these greens. Because I like that green stripe, but I need it to be thicker. So I'm just kind of shuffling through looking for that green stripe. See, what is it on the other side? Oh, it's white polka dots. Okay. Here we go. Whoops, that's the same width. Well, yeah, I must have used a lot of it because I don't see any more scraps of it. That's okay. I can use a whole nother piece. But I was really trying to just stay with scraps. You know what? Instead of this, let's just go with a different green. Because like I said, I have tons of scraps here. It's not like I'm small for scraps. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be cute. Okay, let's do that piece there. Oh, yeah, now I'm happy. All right. Okay. I just don't want to lose everything here. All right, let's continue taping now. And you can see I'm leaving just a slight, just a hair of the base underneath, the base layer, the Whisper White is peeking through. I'm not bumping them up next to each other. Now I could bump them up next to each other, but I decided I didn't want that. Go. This one I'm going to put the tape on the card so I know I'm getting it in the right place. Oh, okay. There we go. That's an awful lot of green. Oh well. Can't decide. Oh, look at me. Indecision may or may not be my problem. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll just deal with it. Okay, I'm just going to deal with it. Here we go. There we go. And this one kind of left a little bit of white there too. Oh well, but it was just a little white. Okay. All right, now that I have all these stuck on here, of course, I want to trim them off. So I get my snips. And you want to use snips that you don't mind getting a little adhesive on, because obviously my tape runner, some of them kind of went past the card base here, or the layer, I mean. There we go. Get off of there. Okay, and once again, like I said, all of the dimensions for this card are on my blog, and I will put that link in the description. Right now, I just have my blog's link in the description. But of course, if you go to my blog and just look in the search bar for scraps, this card tutorial comes up right away. Like I said, it is my #1 video. Over 11,000 people have watched this video, not the one I'm making right now, but the video that I originally did on this card sketch. Okay. Oh, wow. I love it. Is that just so cute? Oh, so cute. And you can see how it's matching up. All right, let's finish putting it together. I feel like I have some. Yep, I do. All right. Now, this layer I'm going to put on another piece of the paper, the tropical escape paper, and this is a Blushing Bride, pretty solid color. Instead of using cardstock, I decided to use designer series paper, and I'm just gonna put that there. Just put that as centered as I can, just eyeballing it. Turn it over, give it a good rub. And let's put some more, actually. I wish I had used dimensionals, but that's okay. I'll use dimensionals next time. Wow, this was a fast card. Whoops, let's not put it on upside down. And we have so many summer birthdays. Oh my gosh, my house is full of summer children. And what a perfect summer birthday card. Yay, that's it. That is card sketch number 17 this week. Once again, let's look at the actual sketch. Whoops, let's get in the picture here. And you can see the one I made. This was the one that I made when I created the book. And I stamped in the background and then put a strip across it. This one, I stamped the background with the sentiment and put strips of paper up and down on top and bottom of the sentiment. So like opposites almost. I hope you guys liked this card. So if you've got a lot of scraps at home, get them out, start cutting them up into 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch sizes, and start creating some fun cards and use up those scraps. All right, who else do I have here? Let me go through my messages while I was working. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, we have, thank you, Colleen, thank you. Yes, Spring, thank you. Sue. Yes, Sue, the templates, like I said, the blog has the dimensions. The card sketch, actually, the book doesn't have any measurements in the book because a card sketch is not to be made exactly like the sketch. I mean, it's not a recipe. It's just like a jumping off spot. It's just to get your creative juices started. Once you start playing with the sketch to create your own card. But if you want to create the card that I actually made, then you go to the blog and find that card. And I do have all the measurements for the actual card that I made. So and that's it. Okay. You all have a wonderful, blessed week, and get out and make some cards and send them to your family and friends. Don't forget, the new catalog starts on June 4th. Paper Pumpkin subscriptions for that month always end on the 10th. So June 10th, and it is a really cute Paper Pumpkin this month. It's sailboats, real pretty blues and tans, very summery. So if you've got a lot of summer birthdays, you want to make sure you get that Paper Pumpkin. Let's see what else. I can't think of anything else. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see next week with card sketch number 18. Bye-bye.